I got to do that self-producing thing again. Apparently, the skills I taught the producer, he's using them elsewhere tonight.
He's using them.
That's right, I guess. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. I'm David Burrows, and my friend Jake Cherski joining me here pregame. Jake, it was a pretty exciting game yesterday. I know you didn't really get to see any of it, but watching along was online even was just pretty exciting.
Yeah, I did check it out at the end. I was kind of busy, so I didn't really get a chance, like you said. But going over the summary, it's nice to see a back and forth game. You know, both teams are staying into it, and you end up getting to watch a great game.
Yeah.
Instead of like that, we got to catch up type game. It's
or
a
we're
little
getting
different.
our butt kicked, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it is certainly nice. I mean, good hockey's good hockey. Win or lose, I mean, you always like to win, but you do like to see that. Somebody I did notice in there getting a goal, Adam Ruzicka. It seems like lately he's been, would you say he's stepping up his game a little bit?
Yeah, I was reading online and people were kind of, drowning him out a little bit. And he's not working, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. But you know what? Sometimes you work and don't get rewarded, right? And good for Adam to keep his game, keep doing what he's doing right. And now he's starting to get the rewards of that. So if he can remember just to stay the course, I guess, and play your game, and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, well, it was an exciting game, like I say, back and forth. And, those close ones, you're always kind of like, because our overtimes haven't always been the greatest for the Sarnia Sting.
Yeah, that's true. Who you'd rather get the 2 points, especially when you're in your own division. You don't want to give up the other 2 points or the other point to the other team because it might bite you in the hiney at the end of the year. But you know what? If you get 2 out of it, you just take the 2 and run, and don't worry about anybody else. Always worry about yourself.
Yeah, well, these back-to-back games are always interesting. One away, one now at home. It kind of gives each other an opportunity to look at each other, and then, there's no rest for the wicked, I guess, here when you have these back-to-back games. Another one like tonight from last night, and then there's another game tomorrow. We'll see how that energy keeps going for the Sarnia Sting.
Can I say old-fashioned hockey? Maybe we'll get to see a fight, because usually tempers are pretty high.
You've really been waiting for this. Every week you're
like a real fight, though. Not,
like we've seen a little
slobber knocker.
Yeah.
But, no, the 3 games in 3 nights is always tough for a team to do. So hopefully with this they keep their momentum up and whatnot. They don't have a rest, which is good. So they just get right back at it for Teddy Bear Toss. That'll be an exciting game.
Yeah, Ethan Langevin in between the poles starting things off tonight. And who have we got? We got Hugo, Franco, and Curtis starting the line. As you mentioned, you kind of overheard that maybe Sean Josling's not going to be in there tonight.
Yeah, I heard that he was out, and I don't know who was taking his spot. Someone had mentioned it. I was just over talking to some fans and whatnot. They saw him out there, and who's that? Why is he there? And so did some research and intel, and found out that Josling's not in the lineup tonight. So, hey, we'll see. And you know what? If he's a younger guy, it's not bad getting some experience, and they have confidence from the win last night, so it won't affect him as much. It's not like they're pulling the emergency shoot or anything. They're just, filling the holes. So maybe it's a good thing all around.
Yeah. Hugo Lavinius is another one definitely to talk. I mean, I always want to talk about Franco. It's no secret he's one of my favorites. I've picked him to get the goal tomorrow for the Teddy Bear Toss. I don't think that's not jinxing, is it? No. But Hugo Lavinius is one we really talked about at the beginning of the year, and then we've been seeing more reason to keep talking about him. He had a 10-goal streak going on there, and now he's starting things off again. It's interesting to see a change in the way he has played his hockey game compared to last year. We're seeing that wrist shot a little bit more.
Yeah, when you can max out or tie your points halfway through the first part of the season compared to the previous season, it's always a nice thing. You're doing better. You're playing a lot better hockey. So good for Hugo, and hopefully bigger things to come, and maybe get on another rampant pace.
Yeah. Well, and Jamison Reese is another one. Of course he's back, but we haven't really seen a lot from him yet, right? Everybody was missing him, and everybody was talking about Jamison Reese, the return of, and they certainly pumped him up here. The opening ceremonies at every Sting game. Do you think maybe the bar got set a little too high by the fans because he was gone for so long, rather than being here and already seeing play and knowing what the results could be like?
Well, sometimes with the Sting, we started off really, we were on a very, very, very high note. And then all of a sudden when you start to tank a little bit, and then you're kind of hoping for that gift, and it's like, well, Reese isn't here, so when he comes back,
right.
And so you give him pressure that maybe he's not feeling, but you're just kind of hoping that, okay, as soon as he comes back, it's going to be different. Like I said, when you're out of the game for so long and you're not in game, practice is one thing, but when you're not in that game shape and game ready, it's a different speed out there. Just give him time. He's going to be fine. You see him try to do a few moves that I'd go back to the basics a bit more. Like, I'm not fancy anyway, but
no.
But keep it back to the basics. Just take a few more shots on net. A few of them are going to go in. With that comes confidence. With confidence comes, everything else that you're looking for. But fans do that. Why? Fans, it's a short form for fanatic.
We think we know.
Yeah, we know everything. So it's just because we care, though. At the end of the day, it seems like we're angry with our teams, and for the most part, it's just.
No, I've never seen a fan look angry, including my friend Jake Cherski.
No, I'm pretty calm.
Well, you make a good point in there. Like the Sting are over half. We're over halfway through the season right now.
Yeah, we're really close.
Or about half, or close. And really, for Jamieson Reese, he's just starting the season.
Yeah.
So it takes time to put your skates on the ice. And like you said, practice is one thing, but that's really the rehearsal for the real deal, which that's a whole different mindset. No matter how much you practice, when you get out there on that ice for those first couple of games, you're kind of, and I think, you got to give thought to feeling out what your teammates are like with you, and what you knowing your teammates on the ice too.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And when you think about it, think of what the Sting had for a schedule. They had 5 home games in November.
Yeah.
So they're on the road. If he's not playing, does he go? We don't know.
Yeah.
But your practices are limited. You're traveling that extra day, so obviously you're not on the ice practicing that day. So he missed out on a lot. And I think he's going to be. Hey, if he picks it up at playoff time, no one's going to care.
Yeah.
So, just give the kids some time and show them some love, and I think we're going to be fine.
Say what you will, the proof is in the pudding, I guess, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about moving forward to tomorrow's game. It's the 21st annual Teddy Bear Toss, sponsored by Lambton Ford. This is something great that's been started. I've got my teddy bear ready. And I know a lot of teddy bears have been collected at Blackbird Radio, and they're going to have a bunch here. Have you got your teddy bear ready to throw in?
I am a teddy bear. Yes.
Okay. We can't throw you in.
It's funny. Actually, one year when I was with Lambton Ford and we were doing it, John Hollingsworth had a show, and he dressed up as a teddy bear. And
he would.
His big thing was he was up in the media, and someone was going to throw the big teddy bear onto the ice, which was him. So they faked it, and they did it through the magic of TV. But the funny part was he goes down and lays on the ice for people to pick up. One of the cars came within 2 inches of hitting him, thinking he was a stuffed animal. So teddy bear, if you're throwing teddy bears, be safe.
Look out for John Hollingsworth.
Yeah.
Only John would cause that problem, honestly. Knowing John the way we do, right?
Sorry for the shout out to John.
No, that's cool. John's an awesome guy.
He's a great guy.
And the teddy bear toss, obviously it affects a lot of kids this time of year. Those teddy bears go to. I forgot to look up the number of what the record would be, but it's a couple of thousand, I think.
I think it's over 3,000.
Is it over 3?
I want to say
you
around
might
33, 33 or something. It's just amazing, though, And here's what's scary. They find a home for pretty much every single one of them. And and it's local. That's awesome.
They never have too many teddy bears.
Yeah.
And they've really, I guess in 21 years, they've really come up with a system to get those vehicles out on the ice. They are shoveled up, literally, into the vehicles. They take them back to Lambton Ford. They count them all up. They get volunteers to come out and help with the counting. It's literally done within the hour.
Yes, it's an amazing feat.
It's like Super Bowl taking the stage away or something, right?
You don't want to be the guy driving the van, though, with all the bears in it, because you look silly, and hopefully you don't get pulled over by the police.
How do you know that?
You don't want to be the guy in the van.
Pull up beside the cruiser and smile and go, hi.
Yeah, or wave a bear's paw.
Right.
Yeah.
These are for the kids.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Perfect. You didn't have the beard back then. All right. Well, it's great, though. It's still time to get your tickets. You can come out here tonight still, but tomorrow, plan for the Teddy Bear Toss. It's a 2 o'clock in the afternoon game, so we're going to be here nice and early, and you'll still have a chance to go. There's a lot of great things happening locally, I do want to say. Christmas on the farm, first Friday tonight, but we want to get you here and cheer on the Sting. These are the times when you need to get out and support your local team, the team that we wanted here in Sarnia, and we've got them. And I know in the past some people have talked about, the Sting are going to go somewhere else. I think if I could turn the camera around and show that big monitor and new scoreboard and the ribbon around the room, that's really showing the commitment of the Sting here in Sarnia.
It's a half million reasons right there, and that's
600 actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of money. That the Sting organization and Sting group, ownership group, that's a lot of money, and that's a lot of commitment that they put into the city. And it'd be a crying shame if Sarnia doesn't support it. And, you know what? We have free parking. Other places don't even have free parking.
They eliminated that.
It's easy to get in and out. It's really not that tough. They got an exciting team to play. I mean, how many games have we been close? We've been close in almost all of them. Only a couple blowouts. So basically, the ownership group has brought what Sarnia wants.
Yes.
And now it's just up to the city to kind of give back and show up a little bit.
Yeah, and you make a good point there with the scores. If we go back over the scores of the Sarnia Sting this year so far, there's really only been about 2 where they lost really hard. I mean, widespread. But I remember talking to some of the coaches after saying, boy, the goals are there. The high-scoring goals are there. I know I'm repeating myself, but I think it's important to point out. They were just having trouble closing some of those deals.
Yeah.
The goals were there, but then they come around and we see these overtime wins, and we see some other ones where they have come back. It really shows the strength that is happening here with the Sarnia Sting.
Well, again, in the entire OHL, I think we still haven't checked this for this weekend, but I think we're second in scoring in the OHL.
Yeah.
The boys can hit the back of the net.
And
so
you look like
it's exciting, right? It's not like are they going to even score tonight? It's not that at all. They have a great work level. Their work ethic is incredible. So, you know what? It's good hockey. It's the next step's the NHL. So I don't know what you're waiting for. If you need a special invite, come on out.
Yeah, there we go.
It is. It's official.
Well, that's a good point you make there too. We go back to Hugo. I know we talked about him earlier, but he is the number 1 scorer in the OHL for most consecutive. Jacob Burrows in there, and a few others as well on our team are making those points. And you got a lot of fans at you waving over
about
here.
this.
It's okay, man.
I don't know if they think I'm Santa.
Maybe if you be like that Jay Peckham guy, we'll put you on Sportsnet. I just stabbing him. Bazinga. All right, well, let's hope that the Sting get a bazinga here tonight and keep themselves in the W column. I got a funny feeling we're going to see a really rough game out there between these two.
That'll be great, old-fashioned hockey.
He's looking for
I'm excited.
All right, well, we're about 7 minutes away from puck drop here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. I want to say special thank you as well to our friend Dan Tidball from DT Freight Express. Hughes Intelligence is also one of our new supporters. And, of course, we can't forget our friends at Blackwater Coffee. And check out 988 Confed, my friend Jake Cherski with Philly cheesesteaks. I know I said I'd be there this week, and I'm really sorry, but I'm totally due for a deli.
I was busy. I wouldn't have time to talk anyway.
There you go. That's perfect. Yeah. All right, broadcasting for the show live on location on behalf of the Video Show Network, I'm David Burrows and my friend Jake Cherski. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.